especially with the situation that occurred in both Kidman and Buffalo County at the concession site of the NMG Gold and Bar Chico in Buffalo. Unfortunately, the situation in Kidman was very tragic. Firstly, let me extend my sympathy to the bereaved family, those who lost their lives, and to the company that lost a lot of property. But what I'm concerned about is the news that's emanating from Kidman on the violence that led to the death of Liberian citizens. Because of the conflicting information, the number of people that died, and from both the government and the citizens, we are calling the government to set an independent inquiry to investigate as to the extent of who is responsible, what led to the death of the Liberian citizens. Police say one person. There are rumors that more than 4 or 5 persons died. We don't know how true it is. But we want an independent inquiry into this matter, and that those responsible so they can be held to account. Some people say the police were attacked. The citizens, I watched a live video from King George, and somebody says they're alleging that the force the police used was not proportional to the demonstration, and some of the police deliberately shot and killed Liberian citizens. We don't know how true the statement is, but we want to go to the depth of this matter. So we are calling on the government to set an independent inquiry that include the religious community, the civil society organization, the president, the Bar Association of Liberia, so that we can actually get to the true story, because this situation should not be allowed in the country. And those who are responsible, if it is the police, then people need to be held to account, and some people could be prosecuted based on the findings of that independent inquiry.
Okay. Senator, my name is Sekou, and we listened to the Minister of Information and that of the Police Inspector General yesterday. They sounded very defensive, in a sense that they tried to make the public to understand that the police did not do anything wrong, and they both houses sent members to ask us to ascertain some of the issues and know some of the root cause and all of that. There have been lots of allegations about bad labor practice and the way the company is treating the citizens and some of the things they're doing. Is the House of Senate and that of the House of Representatives, you people have the oversight responsibility. What is it you people want to do in that direction so as to make the company to play a part? And also this issue about how many persons were killed, so that the police can understand not in all cases to respond the way they responded?
Well, you see, I think it should be addressed in 2 contexts. One, the issue that is existing between the people and the company. 2, the violence that took place. People got killed. The independent commission will be able to establish what led to the kill. Liberian people died. So we want to investigate who killed them and what led to the killing. That needs to be investigated. Then the issue of the company in terms of dealing with it, because this has been an ongoing issue over the past several years in terms of benefits and all that. So they can also make recommendations. But you can't ask the actors to investigate themselves. People always say that, but we need an independent commission that will go in there and establish who they want, how many Liberian people die. This is serious. If we're not very careful, there could be serious things could be happening across the country in different concession areas. You will see maybe demonstration, people killing people, and the police cannot investigate itself. And so we want this independent commission. If the government is serious The government wants to be trusted. The government wants people to believe them. It will be a good thing for the independent commission to be set up, like I said, that will include the President of Liberia, the religious community, that will include civil society organizations, include the Bar Association of Liberia. So they will be the independent umpire to come and say, this is what happened, who's responsible, how many people died. Because right now, if you talk to the people, they tell you 3, 4 people, well, I spoke to some people from Kema, different information. When you speak to people from government side, will say one person died. Who killed, what happened? I don't want to be the judge, but I'm recommending that if we are very serious, let's have an independent commission to do a full inquiry to the extent of what happened in Kema, so that it can't happen again. Because my understanding, police stations were burned, trucks, properties were damaged, things happened, people were killed, and so we should not just keep it sweeping on the carpet. In this 21st century Liberia, now we need to find out what happened. So my recommendation is let there be I mean, the Senate did what they could do. The caucus, Kema caucus, our friends, and our hard go out to our police senators. Kematinians were killed. Those are their citizens. I know they would not love to see any Kematinian die, but they are Liberian citizens. So as besides being son of Maggie, being son of Liberia, you know that I have a strong affiliation with the Western region. Those counties, all our families are there, and so we are very concerned about these things, and this thing needs to be addressed. So we should not just say, oh, this thing happened, who's responsible, and we get one report, and that's it. I think Liberian people need they need to know what really happened before it stands to what happened. Liberian people deserve to know what happened, and only the independent commission will be the answer to that.
Yeah, so Senator, my name is Jackson. On yesterday, Information Minister Jeremy Pia was clear that part of the reasons for which these people were protesting on yesterday is not the result of their government, because it just a month into power from the previous government because of some of the deals they signed. How can you reconcile?
It's very sad. Jeremy, I didn't know being government before. What you say, government is continuing to be Maliki or Liberia, no king on we are rich man. The problem is this is since Ellen Johnson's administration. When Pia was Minister of Information and then Press Secretary to the President. So the problem exists a long time. Some of the problems exist. We've been solving the problem. The problem has been solved. So problem won't be there, but that is not a reason for Liberia to be killed. So let's talk about the killing, those who got killed, how they got killed, who killed them, and why were they killed. So they'll be in power. The problem in Liberia belongs to Joseph Baka. The king to say will solve the problem will not be finding an excuse. So for him to say, no, not all government, who responsible, who's the government of the day? When something happens today, who will be responsible to say that job we are? So that's a poor excuse. I mean, it's a deception. You can't say we'll do something and you don't do it. So Jeremy, let me be know what you're doing. There's a reason. He behaving as though he was not there before. You were in power for 12 years. So why didn't you solve all the problems were there? So that answer he gave is a very lazy argument. Let him set an independent commission now. Let him investigate why Liberian got killed in Kenya. Because you don't manage the problem, you see what happened, you see what happened in Babu, you see what happened in Boma, you see what happened in Nimba, you see what happened in Lac. So we need to know what happened. So we need an independent commission to investigate. Other than that, we will believe the citizens that more people got killed, that the government is responsible. So we need to know.
Good. My name is Fafri Kamara. I work for the LPC. And Senator, it seems we are going into a cycle with these possession companies and citizens of possession areas living up to MDAs, protests for failure of the companies to live up to the MDA. Do you support call for a holistic review of MDAs and finding a solution where these companies can be compelled to live up to the MDA? Because the basis for these protests and this violent action is because these companies don't live up to the MDA.
There's two things here, Pamela. To review, that process normally goes from time to time. The issue of people living out to their commitment, that's another issue. Those are two different issues. So I think any company coming to Liberia, once you have an agreement with the people of Liberia, you need to live up to it. And two, the citizens have to also accept that when the company live out to their commitment, they too have a responsibility to accept it. So you're not in the middle of the game, you start taking the goalpost. So in both ways. So we can't say, build me a school. When the company build a school, you go burn the school down. Then you're angry, you go burn the school down. When you ask the company to build a school, that's not right, that's wrong. And so, both sides will need a check. But I think the independent commission of recommendation will be something that we will all look at. I don't want to run ahead of myself and start coming to a conclusion. So I'm suggesting that this independent commission will go in and will look at all these things. And it will come out and make a recommendation on how we proceed. So I don't want to be the one making judgment now when I'm calling for an independent inquiry into this process.
Senator, I'm Meshach Arai for the Harper newspaper. Igbo, the legislator, and Igbo's representative. Igbo depends on Igbo to talk for them. Why don't we think the Liberian Senate, with your oversight responsibility, is best suited to investigate things?
No, this is an executive function. Listen, this is an executive function. We don't want to have several investigations. The Senate will conduct their own investigation, or conducting its own investigation. The executive conducting its own investigation. Then we're just going to have a confused situation. Let the government say one independent commission, a board of inquiry that goes into that place, investigate what happened, establish who killed, what led to the demonstration, why people were killed, who killed people, how many people died. A report is made. Look, there are two issues here. The issue of concern is a different issue. The issue of the demonstration, how the demonstration was handled, that led to the death of Liberian citizens. Some people say one. When you talk to the police, the police shot and killed deliberately Liberians. When you talk to the police say that's not the issue, that's not the case. Some of our people are winning war inside defense. We need to understand all these things. If more than one person died, we need to know. Even one person death is a serious death in demonstration. During our regime, there were a lot of demonstrations that were not killing people. The last and small thing happening with the student, it was a serious issue here. Even the international community spoke against it. And I would expect the international community to also take this matter seriously. So when the July 26 situation happened, with the university students, the international community condemned it. The students there condemned it. So I would expect them to say something about this also. So it might just be so about the measurement got to be the same. When people go and people at a plantation, something happening, and turn to violence, where they're killing people, that's something of concern. You think we should not be concerned about that? Shouldn't Liberia be concerned about that? The country need to be peaceful. You know, the country need to be peaceful, so we can be doing things that will lead the country into serial kill. You know, Liberia gone through too much. We can continue to experience the kind of violent situation that leads to people being killed and all of that.
Yeah, I'm Borges Carter from Pino's River.
Yeah, Mr. Borges Carter.
Yeah, based on the intensity of the problem, do you think we should set a time frame for the investigation?
Yeah, the inquiry can be for 3 weeks. I think it's a very difficult thing to know. The witnesses, our witnesses are there. They can find out how many people died right now. Some of the people that died know their parents are around. They can report. In 3 weeks' time, we can get an independent inquiry. Then we can take action. The government has to take a strong action. So, Liberian people, if people are protesting, does it require that both are shooting and killing them? Or people, if somebody says people go burn people property, is that something that, if somebody ordered the people to go burn people property, that person should be held liable. By seeing that there's no right for people to be shooting at the people, at the civilian and killing them. So by that point demonstrating that the police are shooting and killing the people, they will say, oh, yeah, the police demonstrating will kill them. But all these things need to be investigated. And I think we need independent people to go and do the investigation. That's what I'm suggesting. And I hope the government will take it serious.
If the government feels to launch, sorry, for me just coming, if the government feels to launch such an investigation that you're calling for, is there anything that the Liberian Senate will do?
Well, at this stage, I don't want to be I don't want to blame the government. I want to get it very, very down. I believe the government is the government of the people. I show the government has the interest of the people. So I show the government will do the right thing. I don't think the government will fail to sort of independent inquiry. I don't think the government would not want to investigate. And given the fact that even you in the press, some of you get different figures of how many people died at that demonstration. So I believe the government will do the right thing. So at this stage, it will be premature for me to assume that the government would not want to do it. And so, but let's see what happens.
Senator McGill, if care is not taken, immediate care is not taken to put the situation under control and resolve issues at the company there, what do you foresee in the coming days?
Well, you know, it is my hope that care will be taken, that the right thing will be done to prevent these demonstrations. And one thing I can guarantee is that problem will always be there. Problem in life will always be. But the way you manage the problem will prevent all these chaotic scenes. So I hope the government will do what it's supposed to do, because we are part of the government. We are supposed to do. The government will listen. This is not an opposition thing. This is purely Liberian thing. People, most of the time, people misconstrue even good advice from opposition figure to be bad advice. You know, we're going back to the old days of being defensive. You know, some of the guys now who are information people, they're going back to attacking opposition people because they're on record, insulting opposition leaders, thinking that they're defending the government. But that's not the way people do information. So I just hope the right thing will be done.
Yeah, I'm Jonathan. I'm interested in the humane treatment of our former president at the Bravo International and recent. You from the opposition Congress for Democratic Change. Maybe you have spoken on it before, but I want to know from your own point. How is it like? Is the CDC?
Let's take it. Let's take it.
Thank you.
So we are not next now. This is how we want to come to the end of this press briefing.